lightning-stricken cactus and it starts to rain. The smell of steamed asphalt scented Novocaine.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Shreya. So by the title you already know what this video is about. I am making this video simply because I love watching these type of videos and I love food. So without any further delay, let me take you along and show you what I ate this week. It was Monday morning and I started with my easiest breakfast, that is an oatmeal. I love me some warming bowl of oats in the morning. I just mashed some bananas, put the oats on boil with water, no milk. Put some cacao powder and let it boil for some time. Now once it was boiled, I put the mashed bananas and mixed it well. I served it in a bowl, topped it up with some cinnamon, some coconut and some blackberries. It was such a nice cozy breakfast. So this was my lunch, which does not look so appetizing, but I love simple meals and it was made by our cook, by the way. Moving on to the dinner, I chopped up some potatoes, put the water to boil with some salt, put the potatoes we just chopped to boil, and while we were making our dinner, I was just snacking on some grapes. Now in the vessel, I put some oil, some turmeric, some coriander powder, some garlic powder, and then put our potatoes in there, mix it up well. Lastly, I put some kasuri methi, some salt and mixed it well. And for the sides, I chopped up some cucumber and tomatoes, and it was time to assemble. I took my favorite bowl and put the cucumber and tomatoes, carrots and lastly our potatoes. I put some kidney beans, some salt, some sprouts, garlic powder, some thyme, and then we made our dressing. I put this mustard paste that I made by mixing some black mustard, green chili, salt into the blender. For the dressing, I squeezed in some lime into this paste, put some garlic powder, rosemary and lastly some honey. Mixed it all up and poured it into our bowl full of goodness. Topped it with some dhania and it was scrumptious to say the least. I really enjoy these random bowls. You will see in the course of this video that I have an obsession with these. These are called Nourish Buddha bowls and I make it quite often for my dinner. For the dessert, we enjoyed our Oreo and chocolate ice cream. Moving on to Tuesday, I decided to make my favorite breakfast. It's oatmeal banana pancakes. I love it when the day starts with pancakes. So I took some oats in the blender, poured in some water, some banana and baking powder, cinnamon powder and blended it all. Once I got the pancake consistency, I put some oil in the tawa, which has actually given up on me, but yeah, I brushed the oil on the tawa and poured in my pancake mixture. I of course made multiple batches. I think I made like 10 of these, I guess. For the toppings, I took pomegranate and bananas. I used honey as the topping because I didn't have maple syrup. And this was my beautiful breakfast. This is hands down my favorite breakfast, and I swear I can have it every single day. The lunch was makke ki roti, dal, beans, aloo ki sabzi. This was made by our cook, and then around 4 o'clock we were hungry again and needed some snack, so I took an onion, chopped it up. Put the oil in the pan, put my mustard paste that I made the other day, sauteed those onions until they were soft. I then put some spices like turmeric, coriander powder, mixed it up, put some water, and then I put some vermicelli in this. I grated in a beetroot directly over the kadhai. We are actually making beetroot vermicelli here. I covered it up, and once it was all cooked, I put some leftover beans aloo sabzi that we had from the lunch. And that's all. I served it with some coriander and coconut, and it was really tasty, and I love this beautiful red color. For the dinner, I took this gigantic cauliflower, cut it up into small florets, and then I put it in the bowl. I poured in some oil in it, some turmeric, some salt, some chili powder, some thyme, and mixed it all up with my hands. I then took some boiled chickpea in the same bowl and put the same spices plus a little bit of mustard paste, and once again it was time to get my hands dirty. I mixed it all up and put it up in the baking tray and baked it for 20 minutes. Now I took this sweet potato, this thick one, and chopped it into coin-sized pieces. Put it up in tawa without any oil. We are just dry roasting the potato here, and then I covered it up and left it for cooking. When it was 10 minutes up, I flipped the cauliflower pieces and chickpeas and then again baked it for another 10 minutes. While all that was cooking up, I took some tofu and marinated it with some salt, pepper, chili powder, and some honey. I love that sweet savory taste, so honey it is. And then I cooked it up in the pan. Now once again it was time to assemble my dinner bowl. I put the lettuce bed, some cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, the baked cauliflower, roasted chickpeas, our sweet potato chips, the tofu, sprouts, coriander. Then I made the same dressing I made the other day. Mustard paste, ginger powder, rosemary, and some honey, and poured it all up on our bowl. This was delicious once again. I love putting up random stuff all together, and I definitely try to make it all healthy and nourishing. Let's see what we ate on Wednesday. I love fruits, all of them. Well, there are some that I don't love, but percentage is too low. Anyway, we got some apples, grapes, pomegranate, yogurt, some green grapes, topped it up with honey, some peanut butter, and some chia seeds. So easy to put up and so delicious. So our cook made us this scrumptious meal. There is beetroot paratha, mixed veg, white matar ka sabzi, some green chutney and this garlic pickle that we have been enjoying these days quite a lot. I had so much of it that it was really difficult to get back to office work after eating this. Anyway, the dinner was great again. I put 1 cup of makke ka atta, half cup of wheat flour, put some water in it till I got this liquid consistency. After that, I poured the jeera, some salt, some green chili, some dhania powder, some turmeric for that pretty color and mixed it all up. I then prepped the tawa, put the oil, erased it, put some water, erased it again. I swear I don't know why this is done, but it is what it is, right? So I poured in the mixture and let it sit for some time. Applied some oil on the top and on the sides and then flipped it. Well, I have a confession, it wasn't so easy to flip. I took a lot of time and the rest of the wraps I made were totally a mess. But anyway, I then assembled my wrap, applied some dhania chutney that our cook made the other day, cucumber, tomatoes. I also put some leftover white matar sabzi from the lunch, some sprouts, some pickle, some spring onions and then wrapped it all up. It was not easy to hold. I had to eat it like roti sabzi in the end, but it was delicious whatsoever. Now Thursday is generally a busy day for me office work wise, so the breakfast I made was something simple and yet filling. I put some bananas, a beetroot, 2 apples, seedless dates and blended it all up. And here is my beautiful red smoothie. I find this easiest to make honestly. Lunch was this beautiful thali by our cook, and at 4 o'clock we were hungry again. So I made a random wrap out of the leftovers from lunch, took the curd and mixed it with green chutney. This is coconut coriander chutney by the way. And then I spread this mixture on the roti, put a lettuce, tomato and cucumbers, some leftover sabzi, sweet corn and boiled chickpea and rajma. I folded it into this wrap. This technique of folding a wrap was all over the internet some time ago and it actually works. It does. For dinner, we are making a quinoa bowl. I marinated some tofu. I love tofu on the side always, and I always try to make it sweet and savory combination. So I put some salt, turmeric, coriander powder and honey and kept it aside. Then I chopped up a bunch of veggies, mushrooms, dill leaves, broccoli, green peas and some spinach. I cooked up the tofu and kept it aside again. And then we stir fry our veggies. I also dry roasted some peanuts on the side. Once the peanuts were done, I crushed it into smaller pieces. And now it was time to plate it all up. We put our quinoa, the stir-fried veggies, tofu and the peanuts. And finally, to top it all up, we put some coconut milk, and this and peanuts were star of the show. If you want to try something out from this video, you gotta try this one because this bowl was heavenly. The crunch of peanuts made all the difference, I swear. And just like that, it was Friday. I decided to make green smoothie because palak kharab hone wala tha. So I put some bananas, some spinach, some seedless dates, blended it all up and then poured it in a bowl. I topped it with chia seeds, some chopped up dates and coconut, and that was it. For lunch, I wanted something quick because lunchtime is generally pretty busy for me. So I made this baby potato bowl. I had boiled these baby potatoes and removed the peels. I took some curd, chopped some dill leaves, mixed the leaves with the curd. I put some garlic powder, some oregano, thyme and salt, mixed it all up and then mixed it all with the potatoes. Oh, and I forgot the chili flakes, so there it is, some chili flakes. In the bowl I put the potatoes, cucumber, carrot, tomato, sprouts and a boiled corn, some green onions and enjoyed this bowl of random things all put together. We had nutties as our afternoon bite. This chocolate is my favorite chocolate in the world. If you are 90s baby just like me, then I'm sure you love it too. And then it was our anniversary the next day, so I spontaneously decided to bake the cake in the evening instead of ordering it, because we both love homemade cakes and I love baking on special occasions. So this cake is eggless, sugarless, the healthy version of cake basically. I took 1 cup of jaggery powder, 3/4 cup of oil, and technically we should be using melted oil, and 1/2 cup of curd, mixed it all up. And then for the dry ingredients, I took 1 cup of wheat flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda, some cacao powder, and then I mixed everything with the wet ingredients. Put some water in to get that cake batter consistency. And then I put some raisins in the batter, chopped up some almonds, and seasoned the pan with oil. I then put the parchment paper, poured the batter in, and put the almonds on the top. Baked it for 20 minutes at 250 degrees. And while that was baking, I whipped up some quick salad for myself. This cake was by far the best cake I made taste-wise. I feel it was so damn yummy. We finished this cake in just 1 day, no kidding. We cut the cake at midnight and ate it with our Oreo ice cream that night. Next morning we made some chia pudding. I put chia seeds in coconut milk the previous night, kept it in the fridge overnight. Next morning our chia seeds were all expanded or swollen. The consistency of the milk was thick and the best for the pudding. Then I cut up bunch of fruits, some apple, some kiwi, pomegranate, and also chopped up some almonds. I then assembled all the cut up fruit on top of our coconut milk, topped it up with chopped almonds and some honey, and that's all. And of course I made 2 of these. For lunch our cook dished, so we decided to make our favorite biryani. Now I did not shoot the recipe here because we were really hungry and in hurry, but it's just one that we follow always from YouTube. I will give the link in the description box, and it was amazing as always. So yeah, this day was our 3rd year marriage anniversary, and we had totally different plans before the wave 3 hit us. But of course, because of COVID, we decided not to step out and just enjoy our day at home. So we did movie marathon this day and ate quite a lot. For dinner, we ordered food from outside and it was delicious. There was pasta, lasagna, pizza, hazelnut shake, and we were so full that we couldn't even have dessert after that. I know there is always a place for dessert, but this time there wasn't any. Next day for breakfast, we had banana date smoothie, I put bananas, dates, some cacao powder, blended it all up and poured it in a bowl, topped it up with coconut and chia seeds. It was a lazy day and hence a lazy breakfast, but yet very delicious. Lunch was leftovers from yesterday. For dinner, we ended up this week with my favorite meal, that is rice noodles. So I chopped up bunch of veggies, a zucchini, a broccoli, onions, tomatoes, stir fried it all up with bunch of spices, turmeric, coriander powder, chili powder. I added some spinach, spring onions, tomatoes, some oregano, rosemary, garlic powder, and of course the salt. Cooked it all up and served it with our rice noodles. I enjoyed this meal so much. So I hope you enjoyed watching all the yummy food, and if you did and you want me to create more such videos, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.